Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me for our daily energy and guidance reading. We will be using the Sacred Spirit reading cards by Anna Stark. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you hear this reading, it's meant for you to receive the message, although today is March 16th, 2020. And you may use this as a pick a card reading, card 1, 2, or 3, or a blended reading with all 3 cards. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. And for card 1, I'll take a card from the top. Card 2, I'll take one from the center. And card 3 will be the bottom card. Okay, so card 1, we have number 14, Energy Signature. The post is in the presence. Energy signature. What an interesting idea. Let's see what the book has to say about energy signature. And it says, understanding that everything is energy. The air we breathe, the elements, emotions, sounds, animal, people, thoughts, all of this is energy. Quantum physics seeks to explain these phenomena. Denser or heavier energy can be felt by a human being's normal senses. Most people will already understand what it feels like to walk into a room where an argument is taking place. Isn't that the truth? When I'm out shopping, I could just sense the energy when I walk into a store or a mall. And literally, when I come home, I feel so exhausted and depleted that I just want to lay down. I'm just ruined for the day. So I know what they mean about, a room feeling like a thick, heavy energy to it, a thick air. It says, filled with an unseen tension, people react to these sensations, perhaps with an immediate awkwardness or feeling they need to vacate the building. As people progress through life, familiar experiences such as pattern behaviors become more clear and evident as you pay attention to the energy of the environment. People, social gatherings, events, places around you. It's up to you, though, to be proactive with this sense of inner vision. Often you may find yourself saying, I have felt this before, or I recognize this, but I'm not sure why. Currently, you're being asked to read the energy of the issue and the people surrounding the circumstances. You must shine a spotlight and use all of your senses to remove these masks and expose the energy that is being hidden from you. Not only will you identify insincere and dishonest people, you will begin to understand patterns that you've created in your life that aren't serving you to the fullest. Right now, you must use your sensory and intuitive intelligence for answers. You have experienced this type of energy before, but you must ask what it is. When recognized, you can adapt and modify your behavior and actions accordingly to avoid unnecessary arguments, tension, toxic situations in your social, work, or family environments. When practiced, reading the energy signatures of your environment becomes a built-in intuitive warning system. Prior to an issue occurring, you have the ability to avoid explosive exchanges, accidents, conflicts, confrontations, as it becomes in line with your fight or flight response, creating self-awareness and energetic resilience. Oh, this is so spot on. I know most of you, if not all of you watching these videos, have experienced this. You just feel tension in the air. You just feel this thick heaviness. You just know how you feel when you're around certain family or friends or maybe even, partners. It's just such a feeling of exhaustion. It's toxic. It's psychic vampires that like literally suck the life out of you without even having to say a word, just being in the presence of certain people. And, we make excuses for family members, especially because people say, oh, that's just how they are, or, oh, they had a rough life. I just am not taking the excuses anymore. I know what I feel. Just because someone has had a bad past does not give them the right or a free pass to treat people however they want to treat them. It's just not right. Negative toxic behavior is not going to help anybody involved in the matter. And I keep mentioning in these videos, this past summer, I had to get rid of a toxic family member and their friend I was constantly making excuses for, constantly overlooking things, trying to keep the peace. And this person's friend was just so overbearing and unbearable to the point where I was so exhausted from what was going on behind my back that I no longer was able to just ignore it, that I had to finally face the painful truth and had to end all contact with both of them. And it's something that everyone needs to do. I mean, are you tolerating things that are less than desirable just because it's a family member or a friend that you've known since childhood? Practice sensing the energy when you walk in a room or walk into a store. And to do that, you really need to be in the moment. You need to be fully centered and grounded. And I'll tell you, it's a wealth of information. It's true, you could avoid confrontations, you could avoid arguments, you could just sense what's coming up and you could get yourself out of there. So, same thing for the workplace, especially for a lot of you. I was in that toxic environment, and I'll tell you, every morning when I walked in there, I felt sick to my stomach. I didn't know why, because at the time I was, rushing around to get to my desk, punching in, but I just had this feeling, like this evil foreboding, because so much toxicity was going on in that office and dysfunction that the room was just filled with it. So anyway, next card is number 9. Clear and activate. Create sacred space. And yes, we need to clear. We need to clear ourselves of this toxic, heavy energy. And even if you're no longer in contact with people, their energy seems to stick with you. It says everything in the universe consists of energy. It is a continual state of creation and recycling, adapting, and changing to its current environment, interacting with everything that it comes into contact with. There are many ways you can clear and activate chakras, energy fields, meridians, power centers, and your higher self. Energetic clearing applies to all areas of your life. The collective energy, physical exchanges, psychic information, spirit contact, and your home or workplace can be very overwhelming if you don't prepare yourself for these levels of interactions. When you're faced with a challenging moment, your energy centers become affected, and to and fro struggle or push and pull factor comes into play as you navigate these issues or interactions. Activating and clearing the energy centers through meditation or chakra balancing will improve your mental endurance. Potential healing can be achieved through yogi practices. Mudras, meditation, and exercise are beneficial to creating energetic balance within the physical body. Currently, you may be feeling emotionally sensitive and hypersensitive to your environment, including weather and atmospheric pollution. Take positive steps to create an energetically supportive environment and understand the relationship with self. Right now, you need to switch focus. Being caught up in gossip, jealousy, conversations, participating in lower energy activities, repeated dramas, and toxic environments must all be shifted now if you want to live a better life. You must be accountable for your actions and reactions. Sunshine not only warms your skin, it also warms your soul. Spending time outdoors can refresh your mind and bring you back to the present moment. Negative and imbalanced energies can shift through natural light and atmospheric absorption through plant life. And I was just saying this to a friend yesterday. I really need to get outside. I really need the sunshine. And when I do my videos in the morning, I'm sitting on the floor looking out at the sun rising from the east, and the sunshine feels beautiful. But, these videos are maybe 10, 15 minutes long. That's just not enough for me. I need to really get out there now that the weather should soon be breaking. And a lot of us spend time inside, office buildings, inside our homes. We don't realize the positive impact that the sun could have on us. Just being outdoors releases you from any energy that may be trapped inside the building that you're spending most of your time. I mean, when I was at work, I would go outside on my 15-minute break just to take a quick walk around the block, and I was rejuvenated. But surely, as soon as I got back to my desk and knew that I had maybe 4 more hours to go, my energy started to drop. So, you can only do so much with those types of toxic environments, but to just get out of there. You just got to get yourself out of there. But anyway, this energy cleansing, energy release, there's so much information on the internet, so many books, so many powerful videos on YouTube that you can use that, if you were just in a painful situation or traumatic situation or toxic environments, you want to take advantage of this energy clearing. It'll release some of the baggage that's weighing you down that you probably don't even realize you have. And to get the sunlight is definitely something that's on my priority list. I think I'm going to go outside today and spend some time in it. And then the third and last card is going to be 11, Dark Night of the Soul. Life brings new meaning. And isn't that the truth? The dark night of the soul is taking place for a lot of people right now. A lot of us have already been through it. Some of us feel like it never ends. And it says the dark night of the soul is a deep-seated human experience that can be deeply traumatic, filled with sadness and melancholy. This is an incredibly trying time in the human experience, one filled with constant emotional turmoil, feelings of loss, instability, and darkness. Sometimes the most significant event can spiral an individual into a dark night experience, like the straw that broke the camel's back. Your soul has said enough is enough. It may seem as if the world may be ending, but just as night turns into day, it is a cycle of renewal. Now you are becoming more aware of the ego and how it comes into play with your emotions, your physical drive and motivation, and how others interact with you. You may feel as though you are clouded in darkness, feeling emotionally broken and helpless in life, feeling alone and isolated, that the world is broken and lost. This lonely, dark space can be difficult to navigate if you have only a limited support network of close friends or family. Know that at any time you can reach out and talk to someone to shift through the challenges. Right now, you may be experiencing feelings of deep depression, melancholy, and sadness, that a part of you has been lost to the world, never to be seen or heard from again. However, this is far from the truth. Nothing is ever truly lost. We just outgrow our own surroundings, environment, and personal experiences and interests. Like the earth cycle of the night, it is always darkest just before the dawn. Know that you will be emerging soon with a new lease on life, greater understanding of who you are as an individual. View this time now as a purification of the senses and spirit. You must face hidden memories, concerns, or stories that are lying beneath the surface. If you wish to emerge enlightened, forever transformed by your experience, stop and surrender to the universe. Yes, absolutely. Let the feelings come to the surface. Let the pain out. If you have to scream, if you have to cry every day, if you have to punch a pillow, do whatever it takes to experience all of the depths of these emotions. Because I'll tell you, I went through this 8 years ago, my dark night of the soul, when I left that job that I was at for many, many years. I was totally lost. I just knew enough was enough. I just had it. You just get to the point where you're so fed up that you're going. You don't know where you're going, you're just going and you're leaving now. And that's what I had to do. And a similar situation took place this summer, like I said, with a family member and their friend, that I just had enough. I could not keep the peace anymore. And it wasn't like I was going to stay and fight and argue like they would be. I just made myself leave the situation, went no contact, and now I'm working on my dark night of the soul for a second time around. It does grow you. It does make you stronger. It does give you the wisdom and the experience to help other people that are going through it. So none of these experiences are ever a waste of time. You may feel like you wasted time with a partner. You may feel like you wasted time on a friendship, at a job. Trust me, it's not a waste of time. It was all meant to happen. And when we come out of this dark night of the soul, we are going to be so strong. We will know the warning signs of what not to tolerate and put up with the next time around. And we just become more and more enlightened. And when we finally respect ourselves enough to say no more, okay, is when we could finally move beyond these things. We can heal and we can help other people with the experiences that we've gone through. So you're not alone. Everyone out there is going through some type of dark night of the soul, or will be soon. Just understand that it is darkest before the dawn. And the sun will shine again, and you will get your smile back again, and you will feel like living life again. If you're depressed right now, this is going to pass. It will pass, and it was all for a reason, and quite possibly a blessing in disguise. What a beautiful reading today. If you've enjoyed the reading, please like it by giving it a thumbs up, share it, and above all, subscribe, because I will be back with more.